What's up guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant, back with another unboxing, setup and demonstration video. And this time it is the turn of this Turboant X7 Pro folding electric scooter. Let's start off then by taking a look at some of the key specs. So we have a max speed of 20 miles per hour, max range of 30 miles, max load of up to 275 pounds, 3 speed settings, cruise mode and a 350 watt motor. Right, let's move on and get this box open then and see what we're dealing with. So it looks like some accessories or something there. Oh, hello, that's the polystyrene out. Taking a look then at what just came out of the box. So we do have some instructions just there and also a free 6 months battery extended warranty. So might want to register for that. Then we've got this little accessory box there. So handles that are going to have to be screwed on. Power cable there, UK plug. And the actual main brick. Oh, I like that design, looks nice. Looks almost sort of like a carbon fibre sort of thing going on there. Looks right, doesn't it? And a Allen key. Let's move on then and get this thing set up. First thing that we're going to want to do is just to stabilise it by pushing down that kickstand. There we go, scooter can now take its own weight. Then we're going to push down on this rear mudguard / brake. Push down on that. Pull up the main pole, and as we can see, we've got this silver bit here. When we lift this lever, that will then, he says, lock into place. Then we push this piece round, which, as you can see, will then stop that from unfolding. Now, to fold it back down, nice and simple, all we got to do is do the reverse and push this down, and then that will just push and lock into place. Now, one thing worth noting is that on the handlebars, you'll notice this little tag. And if we flip this over, we've got some instructions there for the tyre pressures that it should be inflated to. And something we thought was quite interesting was it tells you under what conditions the range was actually tested on this scooter. So, you know, the temperature and the load of the rider. So, yeah, fair play. I think that's a real good little addition. Next, we're going to have to attach the handlebars. So as we can see, we've got a left and a right there, obviously for the left and the right. But before we attach them, just going to simply slip that brake over there. We're not going to tighten it up just yet. We're going to get it in place and then start to attach these, which, that's it, both twist backwards. There we go. Now all we've got to do is tighten up that brake. As you can see, we just put the Allen key in there. So just going to put it to where I'd like it, which I've down at a little bit of an angle, like that, and simply tighten it up. Well, that setup was easy enough to do, and I think what we should do is now do the nice peel on the screen. Not that good, that one. Not stuck down very well.
It's too peely.
Yeah. And let's just take a general look around the scooter. So we do have a bell, and I've got to say it, it's a nice bell, isn't it? As far as bells go, really high pitched ring to that. It proper rings in your ears, doesn't it? And it's like a clicker. So I like that, you know, it's only a bell, but still very nice indeed. Then we have our throttle just there. I do like the way it's done in red with the red on the cables. It's an attractive looking scooter, isn't it? We both said how nice it looks, you know, it's not an ugly looking thing. So tyres are 10-inch and these can be inflated or deflated. If you just come around this side, if you just can see just there, so we've got the valves there that you can obviously inflate or deflate those tyres. Then we have the braking. Now there is 3 types of braking. So we have our brake just there, which controls, if you come around this side, it'd probably be a little bit easier. The disc brake there on the back. Then we have the resistance braking, which means when you let off the accelerator, the motor will just generally slow down the scooter. And then if you have a real brown trouser moment, you can just stomp on that rear mudguard and hopefully come to a stop. Next up, we have the battery. Now, a bit of a different design this. As you can see, it is mounted outside of the frame. A lot of other ones I've known that are sort of situated inside the main stem. But the one advantage, or should I say there's a couple of advantages, is that you can actually take this off. So you just pull that lever back there and then unhook it. Couple of advantages I can see of this is, say maybe you live in an apartment block and you want to charge up the scooter, you can simply leave your scooter downstairs and take that battery off and go up to your apartment or flat, whatever you want to do, and charge it up without having to lug the whole thing upstairs. Secondly is security. So again, maybe you stop at a cafe or something like that. Again, you can simply quickly just release that, and you know, the best that someone could then potentially do is just manually push the scooter away as opposed to actually powering it on and scooting off. So let's now turn it on for the first time. Got another sticker to peel just there. Oh, that one's a little bit more satisfying. And I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to hold down that power button there. There we go. Get a noise to indicate that it's powered on. Now we've got our mode button just on top there. So if we press that once, we can see that's come up that little symbol just there. Press it again, and that puts it into our fastest mode. So 3 different modes. When it's nothing, that's going to be your slower mode. Second speed, third speed. Again, we will test all those once we get out and about. Then we've got our lights. So if I press that button twice, so we can see light on the front. Press it again, off, on, and also at the rear. And you'll be pleased to see that if I hit the brake, there we go, that's the disc brake obviously, then that flashes. Again, if I just turn that light off, that brake will still shine even if the lights are turned off. Now it's worth mentioning with this scooter that the actual area that you stand on isn't the biggest, if I'm being totally honest. So if I just try and balance myself here. As you can see, I've got quite big feet and it is a little bit of a struggle. I mean, if you want to stand sideways, that is not a problem, but sort of going end to end with your feet, then it could be an issue if you are taller. One advantage though with this scooter that I think will appeal to a lot of people is it is quite lightweight. So maybe if you are a smaller size person, then that smaller size board to stand on may not be an issue. And with that lighter weight, you know, it could be a positive that if you do want to carry it around, maybe on or off a bus or put it in the back of a car, something like that, you know, it should be a lot easier for, you know, smaller size people. Right, now it's time to do some testing, but before we do, let's just check out the screen and see what it looks like in the daylight. So it's quite a sunny day out at the moment, and not the brightest of screens, but you can see it. And we've got the level indicator there for the battery. I charged it up last night fully, and our reading there for the speed, which is in miles per hour. But one thing we have noticed, if my partner can sort of move around, is it's quite scratched up, that display, isn't it?
You can see it on the camera.
You can see it on camera, yeah. Even though it had that protective film on it, it does look quite scratched up. So not the biggest deal in the world, but still something worth pointing out. Now for the first test, what we're going to do is start off in the lowest speed setting. Now to be fair, I am probably at the limit when it comes to the sort of weight for this scooter. So probably it's going to be going a little bit slower than maybe somebody who is lighter would do. I'm going to put my partner on it in a bit, let her have a go on it. But to get it up and running, all we got to do is push off and then hold down on the throttle. So let's crack on. Right, so as we can see, it is not the fastest with me on it in this slow mode as I expected. But yeah, I personally don't think I'd be able to get away with riding around on this. Let's just stop and set off one more time in that lowest speed setting. And yeah, as you can see, it's very slow to accelerate. So maybe something only beginners would look to use. To be fair, I think I could walk quicker, if I'm being totally honest. Next, let's test out the mid power level. So I'm just going to press on that button once, and that has now changed. We've got a different symbol on the display. So once again, just going to kick off and press down on that throttle. And I can notice a difference straight away there with the acceleration. It's better than before. Bit higher top speed. Still not amazing though at the moment. We're what, 8 miles per hour. Now what I'm going to do is now we can hear that beeping. I'm going to let off the throttle. That means the cruise control is engaged. So once the throttle has been pressed for a few seconds and you maintain a speed, then it will kick in. To deactivate that cruise control, all we're going to have to do is press on the brake or just press on the throttle like that. Then the scooter will slow down using the motor. Let's just do that one more time, see what the acceleration's like again. Yeah, definitely noticeably quicker than that low power mode. Getting 8, 9 again. So I'm just going to keep that throttle down, see if I get any quicker. Doesn't look like I know. So again, going to let off now. Cruise control active. And this time we're going to try the rear disc brake. So I'm going to pull on that hard and see how quick we stop. So yeah, that's quite effective, and that's what you want when you want to do an emergency stop. Finally, let's put it up to the top power level then. One single press. Bit hard to see, but it has changed to red on the display. So let's kick off. A little bit more power pulling away, but now we are getting a higher top speed. Yeah, that's noticeably quicker. So if I let off now, we are getting about 16 miles per hour there, so that's not bad at all, seeing that the claimed top speed is 20. So this time let's hit on that rear brake hard, and a little skid there at the end. Again, not too bad braking, but like I said before, you can always stand on that rear one as well if you just want an extra bit of braking force. One final time then, heading back. So it does take a little while to pick that speed up. That's going to be due to my weight. So I'm having to keep that throttle down 14, 15 miles per hour. And I am surprised, like I said, how well this does ride out the bumps. I don't think I'm going to go through any of the big potholes down here, but over this rough gravel and rough road, it's not doing too bad at all. Now it is the turn of my partner to take it for a spin. So let's see what top speed she can get out of it. Obviously she's a bit lighter than me, so maybe a little bit quicker. So if you want to kick off, she's never tried this one before. See how well it accelerates.
Off we go. Whoa. This is a bumpy little road, this one. But in all fairness, it takes the shock of the bumps really well. Doesn't knock your teeth out. quite soft. We're doing 17 now, that's max speed with me on it. I'm quite light, not overly heavy. Oh, gives your feet a little bit of a tingle, but I like it. See, I don't think it's too fast. I don't think it's too slow. I think it's just about right, personally. I think the brakes really good. Not too harsh that they send you flying. Just about right.
$17, was it? So, yeah, not much different to mine really. Probably accelerated a little bit better with you on it. What do you think? Is it all right?
Yeah, it's certainly nippy, that's for sure.
Yes, I thought it was quite comfortable as well, seeing there's no proper sort of suspension on there.
Yeah, I went over quite a few bumps, someone sort of like unknowingly.
Yeah, it's not like the smoothest of roads.
I think it is quite smooth.
Yeah.
Compared to another scooter.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Right, let's finally finish off with a quick test of the lights at night. So let's turn on that headlight, double press. There we go. And I'll take it for a quick spin in a minute, see how it's lighting up over there. Must be honest, it is not the brightest. It's bright on other scooters that I've tested. See that rear light there?
That's nice and bright.
Yeah. So let's take it for a quick spin. Right, so as we can see, it is lighting up the path ahead of us, but like I said, it isn't the brightest, but it's enough just to get you by and see where you are going. Well, there you go then, guys. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a link to the scooter in the description so you can go and check out the most up-to-date prices yourselves. And what I'm also going to do is put any discount codes that I get also in the description. So make sure you go and check that out. Now, if you have enjoyed this video today, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, then please do so. So thanks very much for joining me today, and hopefully catch you guys on next one. Bye for now.